Hi, I'm Mike with Morgan Inspection Services. If you got a receptacle that suddenly stops working and you plug your tester in, your 3-light tester in, and it shows that you've got a hot ground reverse, I can virtually guarantee you that you do not have a hot ground reverse, but you've got an open neutral. If the receptacle was working yesterday or last week and then it stops working, I can guarantee you that gremlins haven't entered your house and swapped your hot wires for your ground wires and your ground wires for your hot wires. It's an open neutral that gives a hot ground reverse indication on these 3-light testers. Let's go to my test board and I'll show you why it happens and how you can find that open neutral. All right, so this is my test board. Power comes in right here. So this would be the first outlet on the circuit or in the daisy chain, second, third, and fourth. You can ignore all this. I've got this GFCI bypassed because the circuitry in the GFCI basically acts like a load and would interfere with this demonstration. But if you have a GFCI on the circuit where you are trying to find your open neutral, you need to keep that in mind, that it also acts like a load, just like my load, which is this lamp or a TV or toaster, whatever. So right now, everything on here is properly wired. You can see that with these 2 lights. So let's plug this lamp in. Okay, everything's working just fine. Let's say you wake up one morning, come home from work, you try to turn a lamp on, your coffee pot, TV, whatever, and it's not working. So let's create that situation. We're going to open up this neutral. Okay, so nothing you can do will cause that lamp to come on unless you find another plug to plug it into. All right, so we've got an open neutral right here. And let's say as you start trying to troubleshoot, you've got a 3-light tester. You're probably going to plug it into the receptacle that the lamp is plugged into. You get these 2 lights. According to the legend on this tester, those 2 lights indicate a hot ground reverse. Well, we know we don't have a hot ground reverse. We've got an open neutral with a load plugged in, and that's exactly the reading you're going to get. And I can show you that also with this voltage tester. This ground hole, if we had a hot ground reverse, would be hot. Well, it's not. And the hot and the neutral would be at 0 volts. Well, you can see that hot is live and the neutral is live. So first of all, why is this neutral live? Because the power comes into this receptacle, runs along the hot wire to this receptacle, runs on the lamp cord to the light bulb, through the filament, back along the neutral, and back here to the neutral, and the white is the neutral, but it can't go any further as it tries to return to the source. It stops right here. So there's no current flowing. With no current flowing, this light bulb, which would normally act like a load or a voltage drop, basically is just a conductor. So you have no current flowing, but you have 120 volts on every part of that circuit until you get to the disconnection. And I can show you this neutral has 120 volts on it. Okay, so as you start trying to troubleshoot to figure out where is my open neutral, what you will do, you'll test receptacles. This shows the hot ground reverse. Anything downstream of the disconnection is also going to show the hot ground reverse. But if you go before the disconnection to this outlet, it's going to show it's properly wired. So by finding the properly wired one and one that shows hot ground reverse, you know your disconnection is going to be between those 2. Now sometimes it's a little bit of a challenge to figure out which is the first receptacle in the chain, the second, the third, the fourth, fifth, etc. And it's obviously easy on this test board, but a lot of times the first outlet in the chain is going to be that outlet closest to your breaker panel, and then they daisy chain them to the next one, the next one, the next one, and the next one. So it can be a little bit of a challenge, but the secret to solving this, to finding your hot or your disconnected neutral, is finding your good ones and your bad ones, and you know the disconnection is between those 2 points. Let's reconnect these. I need to be careful because there is voltage on that. Okay, let's just do one more example. We'll plug this load in right here. And again, everything's working just fine. Let's disconnect the neutral right here. So again, the lamp doesn't work. This now shows properly wired because it is before the disconnection. Obviously, this one's going to be properly wired. This one is after the disconnection. We should get the 2 lights, which indicates hot ground reverse, and you're going to get it right here as well. So hopefully this demonstration has shown you just how to locate that open neutral. You use your tester, you find where it's good, you find where it's bad, and the open neutral is going to be in between. Maybe the neutral came disconnected in the box where the wires are connected to the receptacle. Maybe the neutral came loose in the attic in a junction box. Hopefully it's not in the wall where it got damaged by a nail or a screw or a mouse. But at any rate, knowing that the neutral, the open neutral, is going to be between an outlet where you have a good reading and where you have the hot ground reverse reading will narrow it down significantly for you. So now to give you a little bit more information on how this all works, let's take a look at some animations, and I think that'll explain even further. Okay, let's look at this simple electrical circuit. You have 120 volts going in to the bulb and 0 volts coming out. That's because the light bulb basically just acts as a resistor, as a voltage drop. But now, let's open the circuit. You see down on the lower right, the circuit is open, so there's no current flowing. In this case, the resistor is simply part of the circuit. It's a conductor. So you have 120 volts all the way around until you get to that open connection. And here's a properly operating circuit. You can see the electricity flowing to the lamp at 120 volts, and then once it comes through the lamp, it's returning to the source at 0 volts. And here I show everything that's at 120 volts in red and everything that's at 0 volts in white. It's important to understand that once the electricity goes through the voltage drop through this lamp, that everything after that is at 0 volts. This is an important concept to understand. Okay, now let's open up the circuit. You can see where it's opened up, it's before that lamp. So obviously the lamp is not going to operate anymore. But you can see the blue dots representing the electricity, or the lines marked in red. Everything that's in red is at 120 volts. And everything in white is at 0 volts. So if you were to plug in your 3-light tester into one of those first 2 receptacles, they're going to test as properly wired because you've got 120 volts at the hot slot and you've got 0 volts on the neutral slot. So they're going to show properly wired. But if you plug your tester into one of the other 2, then they're going to show as a hot ground reverse because you've got 120 volts at both the hot and the neutral, and you've got 0 volts on the ground. So your tester is going to interpret that as a hot ground reverse, even though it's simply an open neutral. Okay, let's change this up just a little bit. Let's move the lamp from the 3rd receptacle to the 2nd one. So now it's plugged in essentially before the open neutral. So the lamp's going to work just like it should because there's nothing stopping the electricity from flowing through the lamp and back to the source. And if you plug in your 3-light tester into one of those first 2 receptacles, again, they're going to test properly wired. But if you plug in your 3-light tester to number 3 or 4, they're going to test as open neutral. They're not going to show hot ground reverse because the load is plugged in before the open neutral. So you're not going to get that hot ground reverse reading like you did before. So I hope this has helped you to understand what causes that hot ground reverse reading and how you can track down that open neutral. Just find where your tester is reading properly wired and where you're getting either the open neutral or the hot ground reverse reading. And the open neutral is going to be between those 2 points. And narrowing it down to those 2 receptacles should make finding that open neutral a lot easier. I really appreciate you watching. I hope you've learned something. I hope you'll give me a thumbs up, and if you enjoy videos like this, please consider subscribing to my channel so you can be notified every time a new video comes out. Thanks again. Have a great day.